To understand the need of Plustest, we have to go back a bit in history. It all started in 1975, or even earlier, because we did a lot of research work before 1975. But 1975, the so-called T standard was introduced in Sweden. This was a regulation for child restraint system. But in the mid-90s, Sweden was a member of the European Union. And then we weren't allowed any longer to have the T standard. And to cope with that, we introduced the Plustest. You can say it's a modern version of the T standard. The difference between an ECE Regulation 44 or 129 tests compared with Plustest is that we're using a bit higher speed. But the speed is not of a very great importance. What is of a very great importance is the shorter braking distance. That means that the dummy is suffering from considerable higher forces. If we are talking about forward-facing systems, what I have seen up till today, I would like to say it's not possible to pass a Plustest, or the limit line for the Plustest. But in the future, it might be possible. We never know what we are going to invent in the future. And if you read the regulation Plustest, it's not mentioned rearward-facing or forward-facing anywhere. So it's just a limit line to pass it. If you compare with an adult, we have approximately something between 4.5 to 6% of the total body mass in the head. And if you compare that with a child that's 1.5 years old, you have 24-25% of the total body mass is in the head. And it's a huge, huge difference. Because of this mass distribution, if you compare with a child with an adult, you stresses the neck much, much more on a child compared with an adult in case of a crash. The reason why we are so concerned about the neck forces is that it's very seldom that the child suffers from whiplash. Adults suffer from time to time from whiplash, but children has another tendency. Either they survive or not. So that's the reason why it's very important to protect the neck. And to protect the neck, the easiest way to do that is to travel rearward facing.